This is the log that I was working on in the last hewing video I did. Now I'm getting set up to do the third face and turning the log away from me so that it's resting on the final rounded surface, the last rounded surface. The reason we do that is that you want to be working down up top to the rounded edge of the log as much as possible. It makes it a little bit more unstable, so you can see I'm adding some extra dogs to give it a bit more support, especially as you're finishing off. This isn't necessary because there's less weight in the log, so it moves a little bit more. But you want to work towards the rounded, the final rounded edge of the log, because if you work to a finished face, the corner where the two faces meet can blow out and leave you with a very ragged corner rather than a neat 90-degree corner. I'm also using a different technique here. So with the French roughing axe, I'm just gently, well not gently, but I'm scoring along the log rather than cutting notches like I did in the last video. That's because the amount of material that I'm removing from this face is relatively small. It's only about inch and a half at most deep. Whereas on the other face that I was working with, taking off more like 2 inches or even 3 inches. And with this technique, you're just scoring along the log, although if there's a knot, you're scoring backwards and forwards because knots require a bit of extra work. But the first step is just to score along the length of the log every couple of inches, and that all just cuts the series of relieving cuts so that when you're coming to hew the log and rough it out, the wood comes off a lot more easily. You do want to finish, get a good start on the get cut to the line. So you're just getting a good start on the log, trimming up that the face at the very start at the start, and then you can get stuck into hewing proper. Once you've scored, you then come back along the log, taking the majority of the material off. This is where you really start getting into knocking off the material. As you're landing your strokes along the log, your cuts are meeting up with the relieving cuts that you first, or your scoring cuts that you did that when you first went the other direction. Once again, when you get to knots, you're getting extra special attention because of the way the grain changes direction around the knot. But then once you get past the knot, you can just get back to a more and once again, when you come to knots, you've got to give them some special attention. And then once you're past the knot, you can go back to just working off. Working the most of it. Work the rest of that material off. So here I'm changing to the this is a Central European style of axe. You see these in medieval illuminations across Europe, but they tend to persist in East and Central Europe. And again, we go to get a smoother finish. We're just going along, scoring the face that we've already worked with the roughing axe or the forestry axe, and then again we're starting off getting the end of the log started, and once we've done that, we climb up on top and get to work. With this style, getting past the supports can be a bit tricky because often your axe will be hitting the support, but once you get past, then you can get right into it, get swinging. Here you see, a lot of the times it might look like I'm missing, but what's actually happening is the axe is hitting the log, taking a small chip out and then carrying on. That's why I'm getting that sort of that circular motion. That's actually, if you can get that rhythm going, that's actually a really, really good rhythm. When you're getting the axe stuck, it takes a little bit more energy to remove the axe and then come back to it. But, you know, it doesn't matter too much. But the idea is to land the axe in the cut, in the previous cut. So when you can see there's a bit of wood remaining on the face that it sort of hasn't come away, that's the point where you want to land the axe again. Haven't done this in a while, so my hands are still toughening up. Okay, that's done. Now it's not as straight as the last one, as the last face, but it's probably a better finish. Anyway, I'm nice and warm now.